Sometimes, nature gives us glimpses of peace, a moment when everything feels calm, safe. In a quiet forest, a group of elephants walked gently toward a pond. They moved in a line, graceful, mighty, free. Some would drink, some would swim, a beautiful sight. But what followed shattered that peace. A sudden noise, a sharp shot, and everything changed. One baby elephant, so small he barely reached his mother's side, fell. Not because of nature, but because of us. This is his story, not just of injury, but of survival, love, and the fight to keep him alive. Scene 1. Beauty turns to chaos. It started like a dream, tall trees, sunlight filtering through the canopy, and elephants marching in calm unity toward the pond. The forest was alive with their presence, their heavy footsteps gentle against the earth. Then came the rescuers. 3, maybe 4 men stepped forward. They weren't poachers. They carried tranquilizer guns, preparing to intervene. One man carefully loaded his weapon. A sharp object, maybe a tranquilizer dart, clicked into place. He took aim at one of the elephants. Then, the shot rang out. The medicine bullet hit its target. Suddenly, the harmony broke. All the elephants froze for a second. Then panic erupted. Trumpeting cries of fear echoed through the forest. They ran, not in a line, but in chaos. They had to escape whatever danger they sensed. The man took another shot. This time, it landed on a baby elephant, right on his backside. A gasp escaped from those watching. The baby tried to move. 1 step, 2, but then he stumbled. His legs gave out beneath him. Still clinging to his mother's side, he struggled to stand. But he couldn't. Something was wrong. The rescuers fired once more, this time into the air, trying to scatter the group. One by one, the elephants fled, but the baby couldn't move fast enough. His mother tried to protect him. She stayed, and together they vanished back into the jungle, fear and pain guiding their path. Scene 2. Tracking, pain, and rescue. Hours passed. The forest was silent again, but the rescuers didn't stop. They tracked the elephants carefully, following footprints and broken branches. Finally, they saw them again. The mother stood alert, hiding her baby behind her. But the baby, he was worse now. His leg was wounded, badly. Blood stained the ground beneath him. It wasn't from the dart. It was from something else. A steel wire was wrapped around his leg, tight, cutting deep into his flesh. It was an old trap, now bleeding, infected. The baby was in unbearable pain. The rescue team worked fast. With ropes and strategy, they gently moved between the mother and the child. It was heart-wrenching. The baby resisted, trumpeting softly. He didn't want to leave his mother. But he couldn't run, and he couldn't heal without help. With care, they pulled the rope and brought the baby elephant forward. Still scared, still crying. One last try to escape, but he couldn't. Then, silence. He stood still, defeated, exhausted, maybe finally understanding they weren't there to hurt him. What they saw next horrified them. The wire trap had dug in so deep, muscle and skin were torn apart. Blood flowed freely. The leg was swollen and raw. Every movement must have felt like fire. The rescuers acted fast. One man gently held him. Another brought out a cutter. Slowly, they removed the wire, inch by inch. The baby flinched, trying not to cry. Then, it was off, but the damage was done. Scene 3. The battle to heal. The team got to work. One rescuer sprayed antiseptic across the deep wound. The baby jerked slightly, but didn't fight. Maybe he finally understood. They weren't enemies. Another brought water and cleaned the leg with care, removing dirt and blood. Then came the healing balm. A thick, medicated cream was gently applied over the wound, covering every crack, every tear. The elephant trembled, not in fear anymore, but in pain, and maybe relief. Then came the injection to reduce infection, to speed up healing, to ease his suffering. He didn't resist. He just looked up, and in his eyes there was trust. For the first time, he wasn't running. He was being helped, and he knew it. The team didn't speak much. Their focus was on saving his life, on fixing what others had broken. When they finished, they slowly stepped back, letting the baby find his footing. He stood, wobbly, limping, but upright. And then he looked into the forest. His mother was waiting. Scene 4. The reunion. Step by step, he walked. Each movement is heavy, painful, but determined. He followed the familiar scent, the sound of leaves shifting. And then, there she was, his mother. She hadn't gone far. She never would. She walked toward him, gently brushing her trunk along his back. He leaned into her, tired, relieved. No screams, no panic, just the quiet comfort of being back together. They didn't run this time. They walked, slowly, side by side, back into the trees. And behind them, the rescuers watched, smiling, tears in their eyes. They hadn't just saved a baby, they had saved a family. Outro. This little elephant will carry scars, but more importantly, he carries hope. Because when he was terrified, bleeding, and abandoned by fate, people showed up. They didn't walk away, they acted. And because of that, one baby elephant is alive today. His journey to full recovery may take weeks, even months, but that journey has begun. With love, with courage, with humanity. If this story moved you, please share it. Support wildlife rescue teams. Your donation, your time, or even your voice can be the reason another elephant walks again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because out there, another soul is waiting. And maybe they're waiting for you.